Hello there. So what is the status of the much vaunted agreement we reached with the EU last Friday? As I outlined yesterday, it seemed to me that the joint UK-EU report issued at the end of last week did not really contain anything of substance and would end up confusing everyone as they read into it what they wanted to read into it. We've already had David Davis calling it more a statement of intent than a legally enforceable thing, while the government of the Irish Republic believes it to be an agreement set in stone, with their government chief whip Joe McHugh saying, "We will, as a government, a sovereign government in Ireland, be holding the United Kingdom to account, as will the European Union. My question to anybody within the British government would be, why would there be an agreement, a set of principled agreements, in order to get to phase 2 if they weren't going to be held up? That just sounds bizarre to me. This, as far as we're concerned, is a binding agreement, an agreement in principle." And today Theresa May seemed to back David Davis by reiterating that nothing is agreed until everything is agreed, basically saying that nothing in that report was binding. As far as I can see, no agreement has therefore actually been reached, because to reach an agreement there has to be a shared aim. So much for the negotiators on both sides of the fence. They seem to have put the formation of words above the formation of understanding. As I said yesterday, Sir Humphrey Appleby would be so pleased. Far from the threat of a no-deal receding, as some might think, this might actually end up taking us closer to that outcome, an outcome that many on the Leave side would prefer to see. In other news, a fresh study by the job site Indeed, which analysed millions of job searches across 15 EU countries, has shown that the UK is still the top destination for European job hunters, reports the International Business Times. Although the popularity of the UK as a work destination has muted somewhat after the Brexit vote, nearly a third of them still preferred Britain. And City AM reports that according to UHY Hacker Young, the UK saw a rise of 6% in the number of businesses established last year, compared to the 2% seen by other major developed economies. It became home to 218,000 more businesses in 2016, a rise of 6% year-on-year, said City AM. Meanwhile, other major developed economies, including France, Germany, Italy, Japan and the US, saw an average 2% rise in the number of businesses over the year. The UK ranked 6th of 21 countries studied by UHY, behind China, Pakistan, Vietnam, Malta and India. Across all the 21 countries, there was a 7.7% rise in established businesses. And all is not well in the Eurozone land, with reports coming out that Italy has a plan to set up a parallel currency to the euro, using something called fiscal credit certificates. And this seems to have the backing of the European Central Bank. These fiscal credit certificates are essentially new money that is issued to the people for spending to therefore increase demand and speed the economy up. This would be their way of getting around the constraints of the euro, which does not allow devaluation or changing interest rates, thus proving that one size does not fit all. This sort of approach was promoted by the 2014 Renzi government and endorsed by Italian economist Brunello Rosa a couple of years ago. And the idea is that the Italian government would issue to selected people fiscal debit cards charged with cash that have an expiry date on them. This means that the money held on the cards must be spent, not saved. Then as the money circulates, demand goes up, the GDP goes up, the tax take goes up, therefore happiness all round, or so the theory goes. I've left a couple of links in the description box below to where you can read more about the concept. It does look to me like a form of helicopter money for the poorer people in society and not the big banks. but it does go to show the limitations of the euro and how fragile it really is. And finally, it transpires that bosses of Royal Mail have decided not to produce a set of stamps to commemorate Brexit, with the government slamming their decision as premature. One cabinet minister last night urged a rethink, while senior Tory MP said it was absolutely outrageous that the National Postal Service is not commemorating Brexit with a series of stamps, said the Telegraph. Me, I say let's have lots of stamps and the full works from bank holiday to street parties and call it UK National Pride Day. What do you think? Please leave a comment below. Thank you. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.